We South Africans had the only prison in the world, we say with a dubious pride, where both Gandhi and Mandela were locked up. And that's where we decided to build our court, in the heart of that prison. And here we were asking for an investment in a dream of taking the past, that was a past of pain, degradation, humiliation, and taking that terrible negative energy and transforming it into positivity. And we needed something that would conserve those buildings so that they would be sustainable, that they could tell the history, tell the stories of people who were locked up there, but also the stories of people who were hoping and dreaming of a new, good, decent, humane South Africa that embraced everybody, somehow preserved in the very fabric of that building. Well, that's not the easiest thing to get from government when you need money for health, for housing, for education, for everything else. Governments don't invest strongly in humanity's dreams. They invest in humanity's immediate needs.
So the house we are doing the interview on now is a house that Atlantic Philanthropists bought for tech as an investment. First, it was in a national office, then when it was in Muizenberg. Obviously, if you have an office or space that is your own, that you don't rent, you cut quite a lot in terms of operational costs so that you can actually use every cent that Atlantic gives you to save the lives of people. So it really helped us, and we were here in this building for about 8 years. Then we moved out of the building as an office to town, closer to other organizations and closer to Parliament. But we still kept the house because we felt the house has a history and a meaning to tech. And now we've converted the house into an activist center.
Obviously, you can build buildings and they can be white elephants in that they don't, they don't deliver on the purpose that they were intended for, that nobody uses them, and we can all think of examples of those. Again, I think the key, and I think Mr. Feeney realised this, was that buildings often allow good people to do good things, and buildings often will attract other good people, and so he looked at people doing innovative, creative work in the most appalling physical conditions. Very basic conditions without access to the things that they could do. And again, he would have felt, well, these are great people, that's not right, let's even the playing field here.
The capital assets as well has been a huge, for want of a better word, a lifesaver, because the buildings that Atlantic has actually invested in has given people the security of tenure in this ironic way. And I think that what happens, and we see this happening in other parts of Africa and other parts of Europe, is that when civil society becomes politically mobilized and quite strong, as we're seeing in South Africa, the attempts to ensure that their work is frustrated either by evicting them from buildings, by inflating their rent, by deregistering them because of some, document requirement, is on the increase. And so investing in a building actually becomes a political act, because what you're doing is giving security to organizations to say that there is no way that government or a business developer that is associated with the ruling party or a private sector that runs a particular building who feels threatened by the work that you do is going to evict you.
So that now it's not a pristine, beautiful, new area of exhibition space at all. It's a very dignified conservation of deeply historic buildings in which everybody had locked up everybody. And now these are the buildings in which conferences are held, exhibitions are displayed, and it's a set of buildings, collection of buildings with a very proud masthead, if you like, of the Constitutional Court of South Africa.